Hey there, Scott here from Selvarian Properties, bringing you your weekly market update and things going on here in New Jersey, specifically in and around Hudson County. Hope you guys are doing well. The weather's starting to break, and we're loving to see that. Let me pull up the stats from the last week, some interesting changes. So we saw an uptick in activity. The number of active homes on the market did increase from just under 1,800 to now we're above that 1,800 mark. New listings were pretty consistent last week, but the nice number that I saw was the number of pending homes, which jumped from 92 last week to 106 this past week, which is a real nice jump, which means people are out. They're getting more comfortable with the types of showings that need to happen, and they're putting offers in and getting them accepted. So really good numbers there. A drop in the solds, and what I attribute that to is, as I mentioned before, we typically see the solds as a reflection of the market 45 to 60 days ago. And if you think back about 60 days ago, we were just coming into the heart of this whole situation. So things were pretty much screeched to a halt. Things got put on lockdown, and I think that's what we're seeing in the drop of actually closed homes. Anticipating that to start increasing again over the next couple of weeks. And the number of withdrawals is actually down too, which is nice to see. So a lot of comments that we're getting these days is, you know what, I'm just going to hold off right now. I was really hoping to move, but I anticipate prices are going to go down. Well, I want to address that comment, and we have a lot of people asking us what they should do these days. And while it is a personal decision whether you buy or sell, and there are a lot of factors that go into that, which we're happy to talk you through, I want to give you a quick snapshot as to what the market is telling us. So if I can bring up, I'm going to change my screen here and bring up a graph which shows, if we take a look at the last 5 recessions, you'll see that only 2 out of the last 5 we saw housing prices drop. Now, obviously, 2008, major drop there. A lot of differences between our market now and 2008. A couple of them being, number one, in 2008, the recession was caused by the housing market. Totally different situation here. Housing market, lending activities, things like that. Everybody's aware of that. That was one of the things that caused the recession in 08. Another difference between now and 2008 was the number of homes on the market. There was a ton of inventory on the market in 2008, and right now, as I've mentioned, we are in a heavy seller's market. We typically hover around 2 to 3 months worth of inventory here, and we're still at those levels right now. So that is definitely pointing to a strong seller's market right now, lack of inventory, okay? And the last thing is the amount of equity that people have just in general. And I saw a stat that right now, the average American has $177,000 worth of equity in their homes. So very different than it was back in 2008 when everyone was pretty much leveraged to the hilt. So that being said, and majorly the inventory situation, we don't see that prices are really going to drop off the deep end, and there's going to be all kinds of buying deals out there. Really not anticipating that. And I came across this other quote I'd like to show you, which is sort of what we're leaning towards. This is from Mark Fleming, who's the chief economist over at First American. Now, he believes that price growth will slow. We have seen some great appreciation over the past couple of years in our marketplace, which has been tremendous. We do anticipate that type of growth is going to slow, but he doesn't believe that we're going to see negative growth, and I would tend to agree with that based on what I'm seeing and reading. So if you're basing your only decision criteria is based off of the fact that you think prices are going to go down or completely drop off the shelf, that may not be the right criteria to be using. If you are thinking about buying or selling, it is a personal decision, and we're happy to talk you through that and answer any questions you may have to determine if now is the right time. But there's a lot of other criteria to use aside from just predicting that prices are going to drop. As always, we're happy to bring you more information, answer any additional questions for you if you have them. Please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks so much.